Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to do like a very another topic. So today I'm just going to talk about just 5 aspects that I find like that's more perspective. 5 aspects that I find that are very important in a relationship. So it can be any relationship from dating, family, married couples, whatever that is. That's just my own aspect. And aspects, I mean, my own perspective about those aspects. So I have 5. So one, I say communication, trust, honesty, respect, and compromise. These aspects are not in any particular order at the moment. I just mentioned them. Yeah, those are some of the aspects I find that are very important in a relationship. Doesn't matter what relationship is, I'm not very specific, but once I'll be talking, I'll be mentioning a few things to be more specific about. So first, I find like the most important one in any relationship is communication. Number one in the list. The reason I found like number one in the list is because if you're not able to communicate how you feel about something or about someone or about any topic when your relationship with someone, it's going to be really hard for the other person to actually know what you're talking about. You know, I can't read your mind. I'm not that person who's able to read your mind. I'm not going to. So it's very important to communicate how much you feel, and I find like communication is very essential. Once you communicate what you say, the rest of the things will fall in. So for the second in the list, I'll say respect. Respect is very important. It doesn't really matter who, wherever the person you're in a relationship with. You need to respect. If it's your parents, make sure you respect your parents. If your relationship with someone is, if it's your husband or your wife, you really need to respect them. You know, respect what they have, respect anything, you know, respect them as a person. It doesn't have to be respecting whatever job or whatever that is. No, it's about the person themselves. So respect people. And then the the third in the line there, I can say trust. I find that trust and honesty kind of tie in. I'll talk about those two in the same in the same sentences, or in the same mentioning them in the order. I feel like trust and honesty can switch around. So depending on what kind of relationship you're in. So honesty and trust kind of come in. So trusting in someone, it's hard, I would say. So trust is something that is a little bit harder to build in a day. It takes time. It can take as much as long as, first of all, you just have to learn someone first. So once you learn someone, then you'll be able to like start trusting in that person. And once you start trusting in that person, then it give you room. I feel like trusting someone give you a foundation to actually be honest. You know, it's more like a foundation where you trust someone. When you respect someone's ideas or opinion, then you'll be able to. Then once someone, you know for sure someone respects you, then you'll be able to communicate to them, and be able to trust in what you say to them, and then be honest about your own opinion. You really need to be very honest when you're like with someone in a relationship with someone, because you need to tell them like, hey, you're doing something wrong, and you're honest about it, right? You don't want to hide anything, and once you trust in someone, it's harder to, now it's become easy to be very honest about some of the things you feel, some of the things you really need to communicate across. So these two things go around in and here. And then the last one, I kind of find it's another aspect that I find is also very important, but it's at the bottom of the list, is compromise. Compromise is mostly very important in like married couples. It's not like I'm married, but I kind of feel like it's very important. Like every married couple really need to compromise each other, and that's why you marry that person, and that's why you decide to say, "Hey, I do," because you're compromising to accept them who they are. You know, whatever you bring to the table, you need to work with what they bring to the table, right? And if you feel like you need to communicate something they're doing wrong, then you tell them, and that's why communication comes in now. That you really need to communicate how you feel, what you think about that, and how, if say for example, married couples, and you go shopping and you see your husband or your wife buying something and they will ask you, oh, how do you like this? And they probably be like, I don't like it, it doesn't look good. You know, you trust in their own you trust in their own opinion, right? And you know for sure they know you, they know you more than any other person out there. And same thing with your friends. If you go out with your friends and they tell you this, and you be able to honestly say. So compromise, I feel like it's one of those things that it's mostly in couples or in a married relationship, people still dating. You really need to compromise with someone. If whatever they bring to the table, work with it. If you're not okay with it, say, hey, I'm not okay with this thing. And you know, nobody is going to hold you down for what you say. You really need to be honest around. And I found like compromise comes in. So you really need to be very, yeah, communicate what you want to say. And then if you feel like it's something you trust in that person, you're very honest with what they say, and you respect whatever they bring, then you'll be able to compromise with that person to be able to be in a relationship with them. So so those are some of the things I personally, in my own perspective, that I feel like they're very essential in a relationship. So that's just a very quick thing I wanted to put across today. So yeah, so thank you for watching, everybody, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let me know also how you what is your order as a person, you know, what is your order of all those aspects. That's just my own how I feel like those things need to go in order. And those are not just the other aspects I feel like you need to bring to the table or in a relationship needs. It's just some of the things that I felt like are very important in a relationship. So otherwise, yeah, thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. You guys have a good day. Okay, bye. See you guys.